Kia ora mai, it's Mike Atkinson. This really short video is just looking at how to extend a focal point for a top rope setup. Now, when you might want to extend a top rope setup focal point is when, in this example here, the rope is running over the edge. Right, so it's creating extra friction, which makes it harder for the belayer to take in rope and to lower, and also causes wear and tear on the rope. And you can actually get jammed and if there's grooves in here as well. So to avoid that problem, we'll look at that in the next slide. So let's look at this example here. The easiest way to extend the focal point is just by using a sling. Now, rather than trying to use a longer sling that is connecting the two bolts up here, you just use the original one but extend it with another sling. Now you notice that the sling here has an overhand on a bite at each end. Now what that does is it creates two independent strands of slings. So if your sling broke, or which is highly unlikely but more likely to get cut with a sharp edge of rock rubbing on here for an extended period of time, then you create, by putting these overhands on a bite, you've created two individual strands. So if one did get cut and broke, then you've still got the other strand. Whereas if you just loop them through the beaners here, then you wouldn't have that same redundancy. So by simply putting on two overhands on a bite at the top here and then the new focal point down here, then that gives you that redundancy. You'll notice these two beaners at the top here and two at the focal point, so gates opposing, locking. So keep that at the focal point. Up the top here you can have one locking beaner if it's not pushing up against any rock, or you can have a locking beaner and a snap gate. They're opposed as well, always good options.